I'm sorry, Bubba. We're we're recording now. I
Saw
didn't.
that the little light came on. It was like, yo, we're watching you now for
It
real.
went like beep beep. I was telling you earlier. I figured out how to change background. And I thought I'd commemorate Robin Williams, one of my favorite actors.
What
Bro,
what movie is this from? I want to know because I don't think I saw it.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Wow.
You don't
Do you
remember
have
that?
any? I don't think I saw that one. I have a weird childhood where I didn't watch a lot of movies for some reason.
You never saw Mrs. Doubtfire?
I'm very doubtful.
Very doubtful, dude. Dude, let me tell you the concept of this movie. So Robin Williams gets this movie would not fly today. Gets a divorce. He wants to be around his kids more, and I think there's like some custody thing where he can only see them X amount of times or whatever. So he um, goes in drag as an old lady, so he can be the nanny for his kids, and he gets in
This
classic.
rings a bell. Actually, I might have seen this.
Yeah, dude, it was like one of those things I was on like ABC Family all the time and
I
shit.
remember
And
it being super hyped up, but I just don't think like it didn't stay in there. Like whatever happened during that time wasn't memorable to me.
maybe it was all the LSD you've done within between the ages of 16 to fucking how old are you? 79?
I just yeah. This is my 127th trip around the sun. But nah,
Oh my,
I turned 28 this year on 420. I was born on 420
oh my
1992 at
gosh.
12:12 in the morning. In
Yeah,
case anyone
dude, yeah,
wants to look me up.
that's funny. Yeah, another one of my good friends, his birthday is on 420. And also, as you know, the infamous Hitler's birthday is on 420 as well.
I know some wild stuff has happened on that day for sure.
Yeah, never forget Columbine.
Yo, long, no. People sometimes I say that, and then there's like it's like two crowds. Like some people are super hyped that when they find out your birthday's 420, like haha 420, And then there's the other crowd, which like you can tell is just like not had a lot of fun in their life, and they're like, that was Hitler's birthday, that was Columbine shooting. And I'm like, yo, thanks for fucking bringing
I
that up. Why are
think
you
I
trying to
think it.
associate me with that
I like
kind of
to I like
negativity?
to acknowledge both because it's such a yin yang of a day.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a lot that happened.
yeah, what's funny is I knew about the like 420, like the weed holiday, before I knew about Columbine or the date of Hitler's birthday.
I
like
didn't
the
honestly know about any of it. So when I was in like middle school, elementary school, those like the initial kids that start smoking pot would be like, "Yo, dude, you have the dopest birthday." And in my mind, I thought that I had the dopest birthday, and they were hyping me up because it fell on like April school vacation every year. I'm like, "Oh fuck,
Oh,
oh yeah, definitely."
yeah,
But
yeah, it
little
did.
do I know, they were already getting into marijuana things at a young age, and that's
Yes.
why they were hyping me up.
Speaking of which, I'm a pack this and shit. When was the first time you smoked weed, bro?
I didn't really start smoking any weed until I was in like senior year of high school. Like
Yeah,
17, 18 years old.
good. That's probably why you're tall.
Yeah, well no, actually I didn't even really get tall until like after high school.
Oh, word?
Yeah, like in college I just kind of shot up a little bit. Kid was like a late bloomer, like sometimes the broccoli stalk takes a little bit to get up to
You
like,
know,
the
you know
crown
who
level of
else?
it.
You know who else is a late bloomer? Me. Okay, but literally did not grow since like I grew like a little bit my freshman year of college, and then like that was it, dude.
It
I'm
it like it works out well though. Like I think about it and I'm like, you when you were in high school and all that, like I was just a regular ass quiet kid, and I'm like, what if I would have peaked like mentally or
Oh
creatively
yeah,
at that time? I waited till I haven't even got anywhere yet. I'm
yeah,
still on the ascension.
yeah,
Those homies that were the cool cats are they're on the decline already. They already had their moment.
yeah, yeah. Like me, I was the cool cat.
You,
I was Mr. Popular. I was the all star.
you're wearing a shirt with a cool cat on it, so keeping it
Jesse
going.
the tree.
Shout out to the guy.
It's got a cool cat on it. Bro, just the tree. All right, yo, we haven't even done the theme song yet. Let's get it popping, man. I hold up. Actually, let me, yeah, not do that yet. I don't even know what episode this is, bro. Where's my phone? I do you, do you know what last episode? Yo, listeners, what episode is this? Like y'all know what episode this is right now.
This is episode
because
222, the Sacred Spiral.
I think it's 19.
Honestly,
You know.
for some reason, I was gonna say that, and I wasn't even sure.
Yeah, I'm not even checking. I know for sure it's 19. No, it's not 19. It's 20. The episode coming out that's already out right now at this point is episode 19. This is episode 20?
Woo! That's big.
Yo,
If I had a
boom,
confetti streamer, I would pop it. Like,
yeah, man. Wow, bro. Boom Boom Show episode 20. After it's been a fucking wild ride. Even though like I had that few month little hiatus and shit, bro. Yo, the podcast is almost a year old, son. I can't believe it.
wow, damn, commitment.
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, bro. All right, man. Let's get this motherfucking goddamn theme song motherfucking going. I swear to Goose, bro. Yeah. Pack the bomb. Yo, put on those glasses real quick for the theme song one time. Yeah. Yo, we gotta be out every Monday. Every Monday, motherfuckers. Yes, sir. Boom Boom Show, episode 20. Ace on Earth is in the motherfucking his house. How you doing, buddy? I always like, I guess that's like the formula, I'm figuring out as I go. I like to like start talking and then just like, let's get groovy.
Yeah, it brought the energy way up, because if you just came in with the intro song right off the rip, it would have been tough to like, acclimate to that. But we were already building up to it, and now it's like, yo, we're really about to get into it now.
Yeah, it's a hot song, bro. It's a hot song. But yeah, bro.
Shout out to whoever produced that. That beat is nice.
Yeah, man. Freaking. Let's talk about you, man. Like, let's tell oh yeah, and now I can show the camera what I got. I got a Capri Sun Mai Tai from the Dynasty restaurant.
The adult Capri Sun. That's fire.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm gonna save this for the potty and shit, bro. But Ace, what would you say it is that you?
Yo, I'm just having a phenomenal time on the planet. As with everyone else, we're kind of all going through shifts and changes and things. I was at a moment before this all where things were really starting to pop off. But for me, for homies that have not, met me or seen what I've been up to yet, I'm kind of just, a person who keeps learning and trying new things. So, a lot of event organization, a lot of musical, different types of shows.
Yeah.
Definitely DJing a lot.
That's wild, bro.
Teaching meditation, like making a lot of this art you see behind me on the wall. I made a lot of this stuff. So, just someone that, can't be defined by any specific thing, and just trying to, keep learning, keep growing, keep trying to.
I gotta turn on my goddamn ceiling fans. It's blowing out my mattress.
You don't want to be.
Shut the fuck up, Ace.
Having a hard time over there.
Oh, yo, also my new chair comes with a whoopee cushion. Built-in whoopee cushion. You hear that?
Do you think that you'll ever break it in, or do you think that you're going to be blasting off like that every time?
No, I don't think so. Do you see that headphone wire fucking pull me?
You're getting looped in a lot of directions. I think it's because Robin Williams' schnoz, bro, is trying to slap you in the chin.
Just trying to smoke this bong. But yeah, bro, fucking one thing that you and I for sure have in common is like we don't like subject ourselves to one thing, and a lot of people in our age group have definitely like figured that out within like the past like I would say like fucking I don't know. I'm not gonna put a timeline on it, but it is like you really do have to be multifaceted. You can't just get one stream of income from one thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like the average millionaire gets like the income from like 6 different sources and shit, and so like the more the merrier.
And we're learning that a lot now, like things that you thought were going to be, like for me, I was making a lot of money on DJing and things like in person events.
Facts,
and then
bro.
all of
like
a
you
sudden,
was just
like,
getting that shit like really popping too, man.
Yeah, it was like, I was starting to get onto like, festivals were starting to reach out to me and like different things like that. Like, so things were like
you went to New York too and shit, right?
Yeah, I was starting to get like booked for New York and like Boston and like Western Mass and like, all these places. And And then aside from that too, like, you know, just getting a lot of like DJ gigs like multiple times per week, and it was like a lot of income. And then all of a sudden, you know, it can just be like boom, and it's gone. You know what I mean? It's like in a blink of an eye, that whole thing can be like, you know, changed. And it's
Fuck
like
yeah.
how do you just like stay in the flow and not trip out about the fact that like the whole life that you thought you were building is now shifting, you know?
Yeah, there's no more when shit gets back to normal. It's like, bro, I don't think shit's ever really gonna get back to normal. For
Yeah, it's gonna just always be, you know, it's like always a different world. And I think that the more that you can invest into like this like digital catalog and digital platforms and trying to get yourself out there like that, like it's something that like right now is proven that just like can't be taken away. You know what I mean? Had I
yeah,
invested all that in-person time into internet time and like internet content, like I would be popping permanently. I'd be like, oh whatever, yo, fuck
but
it,
yeah,
close everything.
without a doubt. But like, why would the way life was, you know, before this lockdown shit? Like, why would we prepare ourselves to be in a world of seclusion? You know,
For sure.
like we do dead ass, dude. We were running around going city to city, state to state, like doing shows like wherever the fuck we could. Cause like, why not experience life to the fullest and shit?
Yeah, and there's no regrets for doing it in that manner, and I'm
Oh,
like
none.
so thankful that. But then it's just kind of like being willing to be like, well, this is what the future is allowing right now, so just like the shift, you know what I mean, and not tripping. Like, all right, well, dope, I'll just try this over here then.
Exactly, bro. Like I was talking about this shit with my therapist yesterday. Like I get these like bursts of like depression, and I really do think a lot of it is source because like our dead ass at least once a week, like we would be like doing like something like with music. Like it's just like not the same, like just like by myself. Like I'm just not like a naturally like introverted person, me personally. Like I like to have my time to interact with other people, you know. Like I go back and forth. Like sometimes I'm like extremely like, yo, fuck the world, and sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm like trying to like shake hands and like fucking slap ass.
Yo,
So
the elbow dap like just makes me cringe, honestly. Like
yo,
when you
I saw you like make a tweet about that or some shit. Like you being like, dang, bro, I like hate having elbow dap. Bro, I dapped a couple dudes up today. Me and my pops went to Mattapan. We got a dirt bike off of Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, dude, I was shit. Like the guys that were fucking hilarious, bro. They're all like just fucking funny, just Boston people. Um, and this one kid, he's like, yo, bro, like you want to like do you smoke? I thought like everyone there was selling something pretty much, and I was just like, I thought he was trying to sell me some shit, and I was just like, yeah, dude, we already got the pack, I'm good. He was like, nah, bro, I just want to know if you want to smoke this. I'm like, it's just funny because I'm like, just me right now. I'm like, I'm not smoking with random motherfuckers, right? Like right now, I was like, bro, I don't know y'all don't know me. I appreciate the offer, thank you, but I'm a pass. It's shit.
it's like every time you're like, yo, if I'm gonna hit this joint from a random person, I'm rolling the dice. Like we're gonna see
I'm
what's gonna
not.
happen.
Dude, I was hanging out with my one of my friends not too long ago, and like one of his friends came through, and like she she was just like coughing, like before we were smoking. I was like, I didn't want to be rude and be like, yeah, I just don't want to smoke with her. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm done smoking. I'm high.
You had enough.
I was high, but like I could have gotten higher, but I was like, yeah, nah, I don't want to share the bong. I'm like, yo, hey, he was the one smoking me up, so I was like, I'm chilling.
Like, all right, I had enough. I don't know what's up with that homie over there that's coughing. It's kind of funny. Like a few times I've gone like, you know, I'm like, I can't just like stay where I live all the time. So I've gone like, you know, camping and then things like that. And then
Yeah.
I'll be at like the campground and like, you know, randomly like start coughing in the tent just because like, I don't know, the air's dry or I sip water awkwardly. And I'm like,
You've gone camping this summer?
yeah, a few times. Like I've just been trying to like be
Sick.
out in nature more if I can't really do anything else. Like I can't just be like confined like wild like that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just be like randomly coughing just because I accidentally like sip my water too quick or something like that. And I just mentally be thinking like, oh shit, I got to chill out before I get my ass fucking kicked out of here because I'm coughing. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're going to like a public campground or some shit?
Yeah. So there's been some like dope stuff. I mean, there's like this website I discovered because like a lot of the public places are closed down, but it's called like hipcamp.com. So it's basically like Airbnb
Did you
for
make
homies
that
that
website, bro?
no, I didn't. But shout out to whoever made it. It's like Airbnb for people who own farms and like land and shit. Where like basically they'll be like, "Yo,
Yo,
$20 a night, like you can pull up and like you can just like stay here."
in
So
the
it's been
backyard
super.
and shit.
It's been like super dope too because it's like you go to like these spots and it's like people who have like a sustainable way of living. You know what I mean? It's like them and like 10 homies that like we're like, all right, we're gonna get a plot of land. We're gonna just like chill. We have like we're growing vegetables. We might have animals. We might offer like classes, workshops, whatever. And then
Mm.
we're renting it out
Like
to homies to just post up and like put their tent on it.
it's almost like a homestead.
Yeah, like people like with like stuff like that. I mean, I guess anyone who had a backyard could put it. I saw one in Brooklyn, New York, in someone's side terrace. So you know what I mean. Anyone that
Time
has
out.
grass.
Time out. So I was taking a sip of this and I looked at myself. I'm like, I look so silly. I started to giggle a little bit and just like some fucking juice just like
This Capri Sun all over the table, bro.
just squirted. Just squirted everywhere. Dude, I just realized you're the first DJ I've had on the show.
No way. After
Yeah.
20 times, you didn't get one other DJ in here yet?
No, I wanted to diversify this as much as possible. I didn't want this to be like a music podcast. I just wanted to be
Yeah,
a
people who.
podcast.
Yeah, that's dope. You gotta have like varying opinions for sure.
Dude, I really want to have like a preacher or like a priest or something or a nun.
we can get into that. I'm a energy medicine practitioner.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about that shit, bro.
I went through a
Let's-
shamanic initiation. I know a lot of
Let's go.
things in relation to consciousness.
Yeah, nice, dude. My mom's a crystal healer.
Yeah, so energy medicine is pretty tight. So the process of like how I even got into this was, maybe like 3-4 years ago, I started just getting like more interested in things that would like make me feel healthier and make me feel like, I always had this like, so I'll give you the full story actually. So maybe in like senior year of high school, early college, right? I randomly was on like a YouTube wormhole and I discovered this crazy dark shit about the Illuminati. And it was all about like how
gosh.
like my catalog was all like my music catalog at the time was like all the mainstream hip hop people. So Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Drake. Like,
Oh yeah, I
and it was
remember
like
this.
crazy
I remember
wormhole about
this.
how they're all like devil worshippers.
Mason. He said Mason.
So at that time I remember like I was at my fam's house and I just like freaked the fuck out and deleted my whole iTunes and like I remember just like they were eating dinner. I ran out there like telling them about all this crazy shit and they must have been like, yo, this dude is like nuts. But anyways, from there, I had this decision that I was only gonna listen to like artists that were like independent artists. So at the time, this is like Wiz Khalifa was like the really big like independent artist at the time, like before he was like signed or anything.
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
he was like the first homie that like offered me like salvation.
This was like 2010,
like 2010-ish.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah,
2009,
2010.
Yeah, bro.
So Wiz Khalifa was like the first homie, and then from there I got on to like Currency because they were like making music together, and he was all about like, yo, just enjoy this life. And, like,
Yo,
I'm
I like
independent
how
and, like, fuck the
this
mainstream.
is about your story about becoming a spiritual healer. You go into
Yeah.
This is fucking hilarious.
This is literally how it happened.
So
from like
all right,
from currency and like all that, it kind of like branched out into like that's when I found like TDE out about like Kendrick and like Schoolboy and Absol, and then also at the same time like Pro Era. So it was like Joey Badass and like Capital C's and like the Underachievers and like all those homies and like Flatbush Zombies and shit. And so like in their music, they started talking a lot about like, like kind of like fuck Christianity, like fuck all this mainstream religion. Like there's like the chakras, this like energy centers. And then Absol one day on Twitter, like put like, yo, do y'all even know about the Celestine prophecy? And like tweeted a link to this book. And I was like, I want to know about that. So I like ordered this book. And it's like this book about this like homie he's just like living a regular life, like chilling, like whatever, and then one day like one of his like old friends like comes to town and she like tells him like, yo, I'm about to go to Peru and go on this like journey to like find these like sacred insights. So homie just like quits his job and like goes to Peru and goes on this like journey with her to like find this like secret manual that like the government is like hiding. But the book
what
is, like,
does this
super
have
dope.
to do with you though?
So
What does
this is all this stuff is like how my mind just like started opening to the possibility of like these things like happen. You know what I mean? That there was like bigger energy sources out there. There was different information that I wasn't getting from my mainstream regular life.
From you getting tweets out.
So it all started from me getting.
So
tweets
this is how
out
you
by
got
the Illuminati.
inspired, right?
Yeah. This is like how that pathway like started from just like being a regular ass kid in high school, listening to what everyone else was doing, like doing what everyone else was doing, kind of just following like whatever your
Going
fan
through
would
your
tell you.
rebellious phase.
Yeah. It was just like, well, yeah, just completely like popped my lid open to like, yo, there's a whole other possibility of fucking shit out there.
You understand why I think this is hilarious. I don't want you. I don't want to make you feel bad.
No. You're like, what?
I mean, it's like, from my perspective, dude, like, I don't get where we're going with this, Ace.
It's going places. It's going places. So that I just had to get that in there first to let you know how the groundwork got established, because I feel like people get kind of sold into this mindset of like mindfulness and then like things like that, and they're supposed to live this like, you know, perfect world, perfect reality, all this shit. Anyways, like, so I freaked out about the fucking Illuminati and started opening up new doors of possibilities like within my mind. Of,
Were you religious?
I grew up like in a kind of like Catholic like family for sure. Nothing like over the top crazy, but I did go to like, you know, church here and there and like go to like Sunday school and all that shit. So I was just like, and I remember being the kid that would just be like acting the fuck up, asking the teacher like how he knew God was real and all this. Like, how do you know like that? I was like that guy. It would be my turn to read a Bible passage, and for some reason I would want to read it like backwards from the beginning to the front. I don't know why. Like, I was just one of those weird kids that wants to like question everything. But yeah, so once this door opens of like new possibilities and all that, I'm kind of like from, you know, 2000 and say like 12, like 13, 14, I start kind of like getting into like wanting to make rap music and like wanting to really rap. And that's how I kind of got into like wanting to have this like, yeah, before the first creative thing I ever got into was like trying to rap. And then kind of got me into like being like a college like radio DJ at when I was at Bridgewater. And then from there, I was just kind of like, yo, everyone wants to rap, right? So I started the clothing brand, like Elevated Euphoria with my homie.
That was the SoundCloud boom when we were in college, bro.
Yeah, everyone can just get a USB mic like this and just be rappers, right?
Yeah,
so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start a clothing brand like with my homie, and it was all about like positivity and like creating a better world and shit like that. So all these pathways just keep diving deeper into like what's actually good with like the human mind, you know what I mean? Like what's good with the possibilities of like the consciousness of our own like human field. So eventually it like got to the point where it's like I started getting really interested in like, you know, yoga and like different kind of philosophies and shit like that. And then one of my homies is like, yo, you should really go to these energy medicine courses, which is like completely just like from there, your boy will never be the same human again. It's kind of like to describe sort of like what energy medicine would be is like, you know, we have all of our health and stuff like that is determined by things bigger than just like simply like what they appear on the surface. You know what I mean? Like all the things that happen to you in your life and like you deal with and all that kind of just like builds up a toll on it. And if you don't, in different areas and things like that. So if you don't find a way to manage like
your spirit,
your spirit, like, you know, things that happen to you when you were younger, like, yeah, everything is all connected. So it's kind of like being able to draw the dots of like where you're having issues in your life and kind of like correcting them and shifting your energy into a more like healthy, optimal place. That was a deep dive. I just went on the whole story of how I got here, but
bro,
I had to do it.
I was fucking confused. I know, I was getting it, but I'm like, can you understand why I think this is fucking hilarious?
Like, how many people have said that they started their journey to consciousness and healing and trying to be the Illuminati?
I got tweaked out by this YouTube video when I was 16. And I was like, bro, what? What the fuck? I was like, but it like that's what it is, bro. That's what it is, bro. Like, we're the YouTube University. Like, we really
YouTube University is the thing. I've learned like everything in my life through YouTube.
I remember looking up videos how to rap on YouTube. That's how I learned how to DJ. It was from YouTube. When I figured out about record pools, I was like, oh, you motherfuckers. No fucking way. No
That's
way.
how this person got that nice ass intro ready for them already prepared.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so any aspiring DJ listening to this, if you're allegedly just doing YouTube to MP3 all the time and not getting the best quality and looking for clean edits and stuff, just look up what is a record pool.
I still use YouTube MP3 a lot. I can't lie.
Yeah, I might have.
I might occasionally use that.
Dude, I'm still paying for my record pool. I haven't DJed since January.
Do you intend on like getting back into the DJ world, or you think that's something
Yeah,
that you want to leave behind?
yeah. I'm not gonna leave it behind. It's like riding a bike, you know. It's just like I don't feel like fucking riding a bike right now.
I'm not trying to go as hard
I
as that. I'm trying to ride around
don't
the
feel
neighborhood.
like I have I don't know. I think I have like not think it. I do have a like ADHD, very very much so. I don't take anything for it. I'm zero pills. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Um, and yeah, like I wanted to, at the time and stuff, like the way things were going, like I was so like I wasn't even like fucking like I was as quote unquote established as a DJ, and I just like didn't want to be like labeled as like just a DJ. I wanted people just understand like this is just me. This is Sam Comfort. This is what I do. And when I DJ again, like I guess I don't know. I don't know what my name's gonna be. I think I'll probably be Sam Comfort. That sounds like I don't know. If Soko the DJ just felt too like childish, too like fucking like just like gimmicky. It's just like
I have like a lot of respect though for how you did that, because I just remember like in that time, like you were literally on every single show that I would go to in that time frame. You were the DJ for the show, and then one day you just said, "Nah, dog, I'm a rap and someone else is gonna DJ and I'm out here." Like I was like, "That's
yeah,
fire. That's fire," because like typically you'll see like if people have like any sort of success, especially creatively like that, they're just gonna like attach to like that whatever that success is, and then they're gonna stay like comfortable where they're at. So like,
mm,
just like seeing that you were like willing to be like, I'm already here. I'm already basically at the top of this local DJ mountain. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do something else. Like
yeah,
you can't put me in a box creatively. Like I really respected that.
yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just like fucking that. Like that's it was like me and Spock and like that Spock is shit. And I was just like hey man, like I feel like I've done like my due diligence here, man. Like you got a lot of good shit going on. I gotta I gotta just like do me and like because they it was getting out of the way sometimes like putting like like DJing for just like some person like that I'd probably never see again because like it was a like artist showcase and stuff like we were like having a lot of upcoming artists pull up like a lot of people's first time and all that and just like downloading that shit all that how it is.
Gio, that's honestly like one of the things that I want to get away from the most, because it's just like a couple things. Like for one, like yeah, like you're at the show already, like you're trying to be set up, and then homie's like, "Yo, can I email you this track?" And like you're
Yeah,
like,
right
"Dude,
now
now I gotta
no.
like
Put
get
the USB
Wi-Fi
in
and this
while I'm
glitchy
DJing,
ass
kill
like
kill the vibe. Nah,
yeah,
sorry.
put this person's USB in."
Yeah, I just figured out real quick, like you just had to fucking be an asshole, man. I would, I would just be a dick sometimes, just like, cause I was just,
Definitely the same thing for sure.
because it's just like, hey boys and girls, ladies, gentlemen, like this is what it is. Like this ain't a
Like
house
if you want to
party.
do this, like you got to be prepared. Like like I'm over here, like I'm prepared. Like and usually I would be like, hey, homies, like I'm gonna be the DJ of the show 4 days from now. Like if you could send me your tracks in advance, I'll have them all ready to go. Half the people would do that. The other half, 20 minutes before the show, I send it in an email.
Mm,
And then you're like, fuck, I'm already here. And now I don't even go Wi-Fi. Now homie thinks he's good because he emailed it 5 minutes before the show started. I'm like, fuck,
yeah.
now I got a hotspot on my phone trying to download this dude's track.
Oh my god, I've done some sketchy shit, bro.
I'm in the middle of
God.
a park on a field or some shit trying to
Done
hotspot
a
my phone to
house
get this.
party, like put a USB in, it freaking crashes my Serato. Like you could just run it on a 2011 MacBook. It's fucking 2015, 2016 type shit. My shit's not updated. I'm on Yosemite or some shit, and it was
Yeah.
like it was like the Sierra. Yeah, man. Yo, what's some? Yeah, man. Let me hear some fucking DJ stories, bro. We can go tit for tat on that, man. Like,
Yo, another point I wanted to just make on that too that I struggle with was like when you just are DJ, like something I want to do is really like if I'm gonna DJ for an artist, I want to have like an actual relationship with them and like stand behind like the work that they're like putting out. Because like when
mm,
I was like also doing stuff like that with like all these shows, and you're just like DJing for whoever gives you a USB. Like I'm back here and like I'm sort of like responsible for some of the energy of the show, you know, and this dude that's rapping might actually fucking suck, but I gotta pretend that I'm into this, and like everyone else in the crowd should be into this too for the
Yeah.
sake of the energy of the environment. You know, I just like couldn't live that like fake reality anymore. I was just like struggling with that.
Yo, like just like what it was, like it was like me, Norm, Piff, Scribe, and like we'd be like hosting, and like Spocko would be like doing his thing, like make sure everything was running all good, and like if someone was lit, we would just fucking like rock out with them, and shit, and if I wasn't rocking out with you, either we were tired, or I just didn't like your shit, or you were an asshole to me or some shit.
Like fuck this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, like for real, like I'm not gonna pretend to, like, yeah, I'll just fucking press play and I'll just.
But DJ story wise, like I feel like one of the things that happened to me recently before the world got like shut down was in like February or something. I somehow won this contest to basically play this pretty large like electronic music show in Boston, and I was like still pretty new to like the electronic music world and all that. And I also still at the time had like a corporate job where I was supposed to work till like 6 and the show was supposed to start at like 8, and it was in Boston, and I was like an hour away from where I lived, right? So I'm in the group chat that day with like the other people that are supposed to perform, and I'm thinking that like I'm gonna just bring my controller and just like have the sound dude hook it up, because like that's what I'm used to from like hip hop shows and stuff, you know, like whoever can bring whatever. Dude's literally like, nah, we got these like crazy like $14,000 like CDJ setup, you know. So I literally have to like tell my manager like, yo, I'm bouncing. I have to get home, download Rekordbox, like this whole new program, upload all my tracks, convert them all to like this type of file, load them onto my fucking roommate's USB, drive my ass to Boston. And like literally this is like the largest show I ever played in my life. Like
Wait.
You know,
You were in New York. I thought it was in New York, right?
oh, I played some in New York too after this.
Okay.
So that's kind of how like the New York door like started like opening up. So from like this show,
Yeah,
like,
I thought you were
some
telling me
homies,
the New
like,
York shit.
yeah. So I met some like homies like through the show. But yeah, so it's like literally like download, like literally leave work, go run home, download this whole ass new program, fucking figure out how to upload my tracks to like this USB, drive to Boston to get there early enough to like try to like sound check it just to make sure like the files like even work. But then it's like I go up there for my set, you know what I mean? And it's like it's obviously dark because it's like a nightclub setting. It's at Sonia. It's like dark as fuck. And this is giant, like, you know, I'm used to a mixer that's like, you know, the size of a, you know, half the size of a table. This shit's literally like double the size. Like I need like Giannis's wingspan. So like,
dude, I don't like playing with those.
I really don't see the purpose of it.
Sorry, bro. I came up on a fucking controller and a laptop. It is what it is. As long as you get the party rocking.
That's like the, you know, I've tried to experiment with more expensive equipment like that. It's like, for what?
It doesn't matter what the fuck you use, bro. You could have a fucking little, you could be fucking on your phone with the, like, dude, honestly, just get the party rocking. Like
as long as you have the right tracks.
Song
and, like,
selection could, like, if you have good song selection, come on. Like,
so when I started like DJing publicly, right, I had this like homie who, I don't know, somehow like the girl I was associated with at the time had this like other homie who was like dating this like old bartender that owned this bar. He's like some 40-year-old dude. He was like, yo, you can DJ here and we'll pay you. So I was like, fuck yeah, I bought like a PA and all that. But at the time, all I would listen to was like that underground hip hop shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I'd be at this place playing just like pretty upscale place that people don't want to hear any of the fucking music that I have.
Well, not then, but like, like you were just like beginning to DJ and shit, and you would just be bumping that underground shit, and like now like you're getting into house and shit. And I
just remember like there'd be like old people being like, yo, can you just play something with a beat? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like this Travis Scott song is fucking bumping. Like, what do you mean?
For real.
What kind of beat are you interested in? Like, I don't know.
Bro, what I'll say about DJing with house, I think it's easier, but it's easy to make it sound bad.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
It's easy to it's easy to make it see like for like, because you're DJing to people, unless like you're in a DJ tournament, like to people that don't know what DJing is. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So they
Yeah,
don't
so I will
know.
say like the electronic music audience is like more aware of what the DJ is actually doing. And then the dope part, like the reason why I like honestly enjoy it so much is like the music is actually
Jesus,
designed
dude.
to be DJ'd. You know what I mean? Like when these hip hop people are making their tracks, they're not making it to make the DJ make fucking fire transitions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, where the
it's
person
just meant to be
that's
listened to on
producing these house
MP3.
music tracks is planning to play it through a DJ controller later on.
Yeah, bro. Sorry, I'm getting allergies right now.
It's like
I feel like Robin Williams, dog.
it's that
Yo,
furry
I'm dead ass picking a
animal on the
booger out my
side.
nose right now.
It's that
I
furry
live on
animal
the
on the
show.
side who's kicking dander all over the
You
place, and
heard
now
me?
you're sneezing.
Yeah. Fucking Robin Williams' hairy chest. You heard? I'm picking my nose right now, live on the goddamn show.
You
Okay.
gotta make sure. Are you about to pull out like a a mountain rock?
I'm here by
Or
myself.
what do you
Even
think?
if, even if someone was here,
What
nah.
was the size of?
If my guest was here in person, I wouldn't be picking my nose, honestly. But
But
I'm
then you
like,
would have to be so. Sometimes you're better off to honestly just flick it quick, get it out of there, and then you don't
I
gotta
have
worry about it.
I put it in the ashtray right here.
Because the thing is, right, you can subconsciously feel that I got this fucking shit hanging from my nose. Does anyone else know about it? How far is it concealed? Is it out there and available to the public? Do I just try to escape this thing quick?
It felt uncomfortable. Oh, dude, I'm sensitive to dust. Oy vey.
You're not the only person on the planet. There's quite a few people that are in a similar scenario as you, and I feel for them because there's a lot of dust on this earth.
Yeah,
There's a lot of dusty shit going on.
bro. Have you been to a restaurant yet?
Nah, honestly, I've only been doing like takeout, and honestly, part of the thing is my cooking game has got so fire since all this started. Like the other day, I was just with my girl. I was like, "Yo, we should get takeout, right?" We like went through every single place in Providence that we were like, let's see what's good. And then honestly, I was like, we should just fucking go to the grocery store and make food because it's gonna be 10 times more fire for like a third of the price. Like, I'm making some crazy shit that could turn any person into a vegan.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. You're fully vegan, huh?
Yeah, it's been like almost 2 years of a full out
Oh,
broccoli
wow.
lifestyle.
Bro,
Yeah,
yo,
I'm deep in it.
you're in the Brock.
I'm in the Brock department hard.
You're in the Brock department. Where my girl's vegan.
Has
I
she
did.
converted you yet? Are you inspired?
Um, I no, I'm not inspired, but I understand. And when I'm around her, like I do like she like I guess I guess inspired or something. Yeah, just I eat less meat. I feel the difference honestly, like in my mood and shit. Like, bro, Mike Tyson explained it. When Mike Tyson explained it, that was when I was like, oh shit, because
I need to see that. I haven't seen that.
he's vegan, right?
No, I didn't even know. I just knew he was like smoking DMT and like doing crazy drugs with
Yeah,
frogs and shit.
he's
He's
vegan.
wild.
He's like, like you kill the cow and it releases all the fear and anxiety chemicals and it gets all released in that and then you eat and that goes in you and that makes you stressed.
That was honestly
like,
part of the reason why I honestly like went vegan. So like learning kind of like, the energy stuff is like everything has energy to it. So my thing wasn't necessarily like don't eat animals, but it's just like the way that animals are cultivated in our society today where like they literally have no freedom. Like they're literally just born, they're in a box, they die. Like why do you think like subconsciously humans like start accepting like their fear-based box-based reality because the energy that they're eating is also on that like same wavelength, you know what I mean? And I mean, if you look at a cow, like homie's like, yo, please don't murk me, dog. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of them recently. Like, they'd be staring at you in the face, but like, yo, dog, please don't murk me. Get me out.
Yo, each time I see a cow, they just look so cute. Like
they're mad. Like they have like
they look pretty.
Like mad nice.
But,
yeah,
a cow with some nice eyelashes. You ever see cows
yeah,
pretty eyelashes?
They're just like blinking at you, like, yo, fam, please save me, bro. Get me out of here. They're about to fuck my shit up.
Oh my gosh.
But that's it too. It's like even just like on a pure just like how I feel like after I eat it too, because that's the thing. It's like a matter of just figuring out like what diet like makes you feel the best. I would spend way less time sick, like way less time. Like when you eat a big ass meal and then you just got to take a nap because you can't even do anything else because you're just like paralyzed from the food that you just consumed. That doesn't really happen anymore. And I haven't really got like any like illnesses. I just feel better.
Word. You eat tofu? I like tofu, tempeh.
tofu gang all day. Like we
Do you eat
searing
cheese?
up.
Oh, so you don't have dairy?
Nah, no dairy. Got
Wow.
oat milk ice cream in the freezer. I just picked up. You know.
Dog, like I'll drink it, but I just prefer the fucking. I'm a nasty boy. I
I
don't
mean,
know. Hey, I'm a
you,
nasty man.
you like dairy milk?
I like dairy milk.
I mean,
Dude, I drank a glass. I be drinking milk by the glass.
do you drink it plain or do you at least put some chocolate, coffee, or strawberry syrup in that motherfucker?
Every now and then, that Carnation instant breakfast. Upping up my calories, dude. Look at me. Like I look.
You looking like your teeth are very strong, full of calcium.
Dude, I feel like if I didn't have tattoos, I'd like look 16.
You might, but I mean that's good because you want to live longer. You know, I want to be 127, look like I'm 72. Like I just am ready to clock in.
You think you're gonna live to be 127? Do you want
I've
to live?
been I've been saying it for a long time for some reason. I picked that number. It was like this weird psychology thing where I was like, that like 27 club of like all the celebrities that just fucking killed themselves when they were 27, like Kurt Cobain and all them homies, and like
Jim,
Dad,
Janice.
Jimmy, and like ASAP Yams and all these people. I was like, well, if I make it to 127, maybe I can be the president of this club and help the homies. If they're reincarnated or whatever it may be.
What club?
Back, like,
What club?
The 27 club. If I'm the 127, I might still be able to get in. I already passed 27 years of age, so I wasn't trying to expire at that point anyways. But like those people are dope. They're inspirational. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you had to pick like a starting five
Dude,
of dead homies to kick it with, that might be the gang.
Here's what's been going on. Here's what's been going on with this podcast. All right. you start something, go somewhere, and then you just tie it all back together where you started with it. Yeah. Like maybe it's because those few bong rips and this fucking Mai Tai fucking fruit.
I like to make like long loops and then complete them.
I think you just be doing that. I haven't talked to you in a while, bro.
If I'm at the grocery store, like I'm going all the way around the grocery store. I'm gonna start at produce. I'm gonna go all the way around the block, end up at the yerba mate department, and then I'm probably gonna end up back in produce
what
again
department?
because I forgot something. Oh, like where they have the specialty beverages, like you get some like mint teas or something like that.
Shit. All right, bro.
They're usually on opposite ends of the spectrum, two opposite sides of the store. I'm going on a whole loop and tying this all together.
Can I tie some? Can I bring something back? You ready to go on a loop? So remember I was talking about restaurants?
Yeah.
Bro, I went to this. Recently I went to. I had two restaurant experiences. I was in Maine and New Hampshire. And here's a clip from the restaurant I was at, bro.
Yo, my man, this is my first time here. Just trying some new food out. What you guys got?
What do you want, dude? We got hot dogs. We got burgers. What do you want?
Probably a hot dog, honestly.
What do you fucking want, dude? You fucking tell me.
Dude, hot dog.
It's one or the other.
I want a hot dog.
You want a drink with it? You just want the fucking hot dog.
I want a drink. I want a large drink and a hot dog.
I don't know if we can do that for you, sir.
Why?
I don't know if we can do that.
Why?
That's why.
Yo, my man.
Great service. Absolutely great service. 10 out of 10. I went on their Yelp page. It was
to get back to your question, I haven't eaten at any restaurants.
Oh, dude.
Because I feel like that's the type of energy that be going out to eat right now. People that like can't cook, they're sick of eating fucking DiGiorno pizzas, and that's who be out at restaurants. And I'm not sure I'm ready to associate with that yet.
10 out of 10 service. The food was great. They had gluten-free buns for the hot dogs.
Oh, you're on
not for the burgers,
gang, right?
Yeah, I'm gluten-free, but it's not because I'm like my diet.
Do you eat cauliflower pizza?
I haven't. I got cauliflower in my garden.
What else you got in your garden? I'm interested to know what's going on in that farming reality.
We got cauliflower, cabbage, green, purple, peppers, There's banana peppers, jalapenos, bells, green beans, sweet peas, eggplant.
Jeez,
Fucking four
you're
or
living an
five,
abundant lifestyle.
4 or 5 different things of squash. We got a little corn patch too. And there's just some natural fucking blackberry bushes here, man.
You're living a good life right now.
I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean? Dog, I was like, hey, man, like, it ain't looking like it's gonna come back for a while. And this is some boom boom news. The company that I've been working for they're shutting down their Amazon operation, and I'm getting laid off by the end of September. So I told you this earlier and stuff.
Are you hyped right now? It's a weird reality to accept.
Yeah, it's just like it is what it is, you know. I'm just accepting what it is, enjoying it while we got it. I enjoy it. I had a great time with that company, man. Like, honestly, they treated me well while it lasted, and like I understand like why they're like shutting it down. Like, I'm not mad at them or anything. It's like nothing is spiteful. You know, we're just gonna go on to other stuff. You know, just
hopefully we can get Turkey Neck McConnell to extend the drip, dude. Get us all that unemployment money, keep it continuously going.
Yo,
have you seen that, dude? Have you seen what Turkey Neck McConnell is what I call him? He's like the Senate Majority Leader. I DM'd him on Instagram. I said, "Dog, how did you get your neck like that, bro? What did you do?"
That's why I retweeted something not too long ago by anonymous. Like to saying that they should grab him by the neck.
You know, it's just like that gobble is insanity, dude. I just genuinely wanted to know how he got a turkey neck like that, but he just never answered. I don't know.
Yeah. Yo, did you register to vote by mail? I got that stuff in the mail recently, and I registered to vote by mail.
I don't know, honestly. So I moved to Providence in like June.
Oh yeah, you're in Providence. I didn't even know.
But my mail still goes to Massachusetts. So
why?
Yeah, I haven't been. I just haven't changed anything yet.
You should go check on that, Bubba.
I don't want to like change my residency yet because like it would be a hassle to change a lot of the things like, you know, insurance and
oh yeah,
all this shit, you know. So a lot of that like important mail still goes to my fam's house in Massachusetts. So yeah, I mean, but even voting wise, like I don't know if I could even vote either way, because like, you know, people have this philosophy of like don't vote for the person. Basically, it turns into voting for the person that you hate less. You know what I mean? And if I go vote, I'm gonna just vote for either like a third party candidate or my dog.
Yeah,
Bernie
that's
Sanders or
no, don't write in Bernie. Just put it, because we're Massachusetts, so just put in some random third-party candidate. That's what I'm gonna do. That two-party system has failed. It should be a no-party system. It should be, what do you got?
And by no means
show me what you got. Rick and Morty shit.
I've had people literally like freak out on me when I like say shit like this, because then they'll be like, "Well, then you're a Trump supporter and you're like, you know."
Yeah, dude.
But I'm just like, dude, like you have to be more awake to this and that, because the other person is the same person. I'd
be forgetting that like some people like our age and obviously like older and stuff are just so absolutely wacky. Like, because like I so far like I've just been like interviewing my friends and stuff, and like we're all pretty like level-headed. Like it's just like, you know, it's just like, yeah, like duh, like yeah, everyone just feels like they have to like, and when I say everyone, white people, I feel like they have to prove that they're not racist. And like, I feel like by doing that, they're just like looking like fucking racist, bro. Just not even racist, just assholes. Not even that shit. Like, let's not even bring race into this shit, because that's not what it is. It's really some fucking like. It always comes down to classism.
Can I share you some like research that I did recently randomly for some reason? I got some notes right here.
Yeah,
so
bro,
I was really interested in like, because obviously like, you know, we have the president, but then I was like, Well, like I want to
Yeah, I
know
don't want to
more
talk about
about.
him.
I want to know more about the diversity of like the House and like the Senate, like as a whole, and just like who it is that's like representing us. So I was like, let me see if they have like a report that like breaks it down like by the numbers on like how the diversity like falls. Like, so I actually was gonna make like this crazy meme, but then I honestly was just like, fuck politics. Like, I don't want to like get involved in this. But like while we're like on the topic of it, like I'll just kind of like see if I can just share it real quick because I was like pretty mind blown on like
Dude,
how
I
it like.
literally I have no problem with mentioning something about how we need to abolish the two-party system and have it be a no-party system. eh,
Yeah.
as much as possible, dude, because someone's gonna see this, bro. Like, I ain't gonna be the person that's gonna change the world, but maybe I can inspire them.
Dude, so
Let's
peep
shed some
this, right?
light. I'll
So
vote for you.
in the Senate, there's 100 people that are in the Senate. 77 of them are dudes, and 23 of them are women. Right? Amongst that 100, only 3 of the 100 people are black people, 5 are Hispanic, and that's it, dude. Let me see if I can keep breaking that down. Hold on. Yeah, 3 black people, 5 Hispanic people, 3 Asian people. So that means the rest of them are white people.
What's the percentage of this country that they
I don't
tell
know
us?
the exact like percentage,
They
but I was
tell
just
us
like,
it's white people, but I
I
don't
mean
believe it.
that's like a pretty. That means there's 89 white people and fucking 11 of all the other possibilities of human creation that are our Senate. You know what I mean? And then the representatives is 541 of those members. Only 49 are black, 46 are Hispanic, 17 are Asian, and 2 are American Indian. So that like broke down to like over 300 something were white people, and then the rest of it like fell into that.
Bro, dude, so with my therapist, I just be ranting, bro. And yesterday was the first time I was sober at therapy because it's virtual.
Right.
I'll take a fucking
It's a
bong
the
before.
virtual world's a slippery
I'll
slope, but your
I'll t-
bond goes for responsibilities.
I'll tell her like what's going on and shit, and she's like, "Well, you seem to be taking a while." I'm like, yeah, like I'm high, like I'm high right now. Like I'm very relaxed, and like I was just like sober going on, like we were just going on, like I just be venting, and she said some shit that was like, oh fuck, that's wild, that like in like Hitler's book and shit, he was inspired by how the Americans took out the Native Americans and shit. Like this country's like founded off genocide, divide and conquer, have have other people do the hard work for you and shit. And like those like scars like that like don't heal, bro, if like they're not really like fucking wounded up, bro. They only did reparations for a year. Like the first year, like there was reparations, bro. It's just like, yo, like every like it's just like doggy. Like there's some bits of capitalism that's dope. There's some bits of socialism that's dope. I think there should be like a federal fucking like education shit. We should be all on the same page. Like there shouldn't be like for example um how in the school in Springfield, like if you're going to school like high school in Springfield, it's not as good as like if you're going to school in Newton, Massachusetts,
Sure.
for example, or in Rhode Island, the schools in some of the schools in Providence compared to North Smithfield. Like, dude, look at East Providence. That school's like popping, and fucking like Hope High School's like run down and shit. Like,
Right.
like it's like everyone should like we can divvy that shit up, but dope ass sports complex and shit. Like everyone, it would just give everyone a lot more jobs and all that.
I was just kind of like, I've been thinking about a lot too. Like, I mean, you probably even can see this, like working for Amazon directly. Like, people will be quick to be like, yo, we need to take all of Jeff Bezos' money for taxes, right? But I'm literally just like this philosophy of like, if Amazon as a company is doing this well, why can't, instead of him making that much money, every single person that works there just gets paid significantly more, has all their benefits taken care of, and then it's actually like a desirable company to work for. Because like people are going to be quick to be like, you know, oh, package delivery isn't this highly valued skill, right? Or whatever the shit talking they're going to say, like you don't deserve like that much money. But yo, if homies are doing that well, that they're literally slanging that many packages all the time, it's obviously a skill that's in high demand and should be
right.
paid and compensated as so. I don't know. I don't want you to have to like speak out against a company that you obviously are affiliated with. But I'm just like thinking like the
Yeah, more
problem
money.
is literally
More
just
money would be
shit.
cool.
It's just like like the problem with billionaires and things like that is like they found a way to extract all the money from within that company, and rather than, you know, people speaking up within that company and saying like, yo, this should be, because like if one person speaks up, unless they have the whole gang with them to speak up with them, it's a lot easier to just put you out and be like, all right, you're cut from the team, get the fuck with your
Yeah.
opinion out of here, you know. So
In
people
any
have like
situation.
genuine fear to like speak out against the superiors and like in these situations. But if you think about it, how hard is a person who's racking in all that wealth working versus the person that's like at the bottom of the barrel? Obviously there should be like a disparity because there should be a reward for climbing up the ladder of leadership and all this like that. But like how big is this gap of like how hard you're working between the two, where this person should be compensated like that and that person shouldn't be compensated on a better level? You know what I mean?
It's a great idea, bro. I hope
But
someone.
what
I
do
hope
I
someone
know?
fucking hears that, man.
But
Yeah,
what do
I'm
I
like,
know?
yeah, that's dope. Fuck yeah,
You know, it's like
that'd be cool.
all the same shit too. Like any of these like big companies, like they treat their employees like shit and say like, this isn't a career, this isn't a valuable job. But I'm
And
like, yo, this company is so successful, it makes so much money, it's obviously a valuable job, it's obviously could be considered a career.
and one thing with like our generation has to understand, like, you know, to all my people out there on the front lines of the protests, we got to understand that the change isn't for us. Just like how our grandparents it like went to those protests, so we and voted for the right candidates, so we could live the life that we lived, you know, from when I was around from 95 all the way to 2020. That ass shit was easy peasy, man. Like, and we got to do what we got to do, bro. Like sorry fam, like just like how back in the day you could smoke in the airplane, you could smoke in the restaurant, you can't do that shit anymore. Sorry, bro. Like when you go into an establishment, just throw that fucking mask on real quick. Like how long are you really like in public for and shit? And like when you're outside, like you're outside. Like
Yeah, it's the mask thing has been like a super interesting kind of like a psychology battle to me too, because like
Yeah.
I feel like there's like two ends of the spectrum on it. Is like, one, you shouldn't be so fear-based that you can't go anywhere in your reality without wearing this like mask on. Like I'll see, I remember like just driving around like through the city, there's a homie sitting on a bench, not a single human being within miles of this dude. He's fucking wearing a mask.
I'm about to pull something up that I shared something on my Instagram today from Fat Man Scoop. He was in China. It was like from 3 years ago, and he was like, yo, like they've like my road manager was there like with the mask on and shit. I'm about to share the screen right now. So he goes, this is the club in China. 3 years ago, as you can see, my road manager from China has a mask on. 30% of the club in China has a mask on. Just a way of life. We can and will adjust for the time being. I agree. I think America can do it. Like we've been through worse, and a lot of this generation hasn't really gone through too much like cray whack shit. Like we're really a global society. Like from probably like 2010 to now, like this has been like the first like real global culturally connected like generation through the internet and stuff, how everyone's like understanding the same trend. Like the fact that like everyone is doing like the same like TikTok dance or whatever from like the Netherlands to fucking South Africa and stuff. Like, you know, like all these people are connecting as once, and like everything was just like a lot separate. And especially this country is very individualized in the mindset and already very territorial. Like it's 6 countries in one, really.
Yo, I was honestly kind of even just like tying back into like how all these politicians are divided and all that is like, if you look at the United States as a whole, like our mindsets in all the different areas are so different, but like we're expected to be like one country that's ruled under all the same rules. Like I just don't understand like why, you know, why like that has to be like in the manner that it is, because like people's mindsets are so different, but they're expected to play by like the same game and like the same rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the science of like mask wearing is like showing, like, here's the thing too, even tying back to like me learning like energy medicine and all this, right? Like when you're in a position where you're like afraid, stressed out, like worried, tense, like your immune system is significantly lower.
Yeah,
So
that's
to
very
me, right?
stress kills you. It's so wild. Speeds up your heart rate. You only get so many heart rates like per your lifetime. That's stressing me out right now. Oh my
So
god.
So to me, right, I feel confident in my immune system, like that no matter where I go, if I wasn't wearing a mask, that I would be able to be fine, right? But to me now, if I do that, me having my face out as I'm walking through the broccoli department, trying to get some fresh ass produce, is going to stress someone else out and lower their immune system because
Yeah,
they're
you can't
concerned
be
about me.
face out at the you can't be breathing on the broccoli.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't be
So
breathing on
you
can't fucking breathe on the broccoli no more.
I don't want to breathe on the
that
broccoli
shit
because
when you get fucking home.
I'm considerate enough to be like,
Dude,
you know what?
people
I
just
feel
want to-
confident.
Dude, like
I feel
like,
free. I feel confident, but I
the-
don't want someone else to lower their immune system.
The
because of
Walmart workers need a fucking raise, like as you were saying earlier
Right.
and shit. Like Amazon, we just deal like we don't like. Yeah, it fucking blows sometimes, but like yes, fucking pay us more. That would be fucking lit. I would love that. I'm not gonna say no to that. But especially like these retail stores that have been open this whole time because for a while we had like a $2 raise for the hazardous worker or whatever and shit, and they got rid of that not too long ago and stuff. And it's like, all right, it was fun while it lasted, you know.
That's
And,
the thing too, is like when you work with the general public, like I worked at a bank for like a while up until May is when I got out of there.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, you see me having a wild experience
Yeah,
on the
was
weekend.
that
I got to clock in at 7
because I remember
a.m.
you would pull up out after work to the shows, like, and you'd be dressed up. Is that at the bank?
Yeah. I worked at the bank for banks for like the last like 4 years of my life. And we can get into how I got out of there too. But like when you deal with the general public,
You robbed
right?
the place.
Yo, every day is thinking about, yo, I'm holding $100,000 right now. Do I escape with this?
Oh my
It's
god,
fucking wild to see that much money.
Yeah,
At one point, I
that's nuts.
counted $500,000.
You're good at
like
you're good at math. Oh shit!
I was never good at math.
I've been bumping into my table this whole fucking.
I was
whole
honestly
podcast.
a terrible math student, and I don't know how I got into banking. But counting money is a lot different than doing algebra.
You were just like, I need money, and I saw this application on fucking.
Honestly, I was just like, I
ZipRecruiter.
really needed a job. I got in. But no, it's like super dope. Like when you can work at a place like that and you just learn how all these like dollars work and how fake that shit actually is and like how to use
Yeah.
loans, how to do. I've learned so much during my time there. Like literally I've gotten to the point where it's like, if you can be debt free, you're free. You can do whatever you want. You know, so many of us have to work these jobs and do these things and all this because we're trying to pay for a lifestyle that we don't even really feel happy in, because we want to have this like external validation from our Instagram followers or whoever it may be, family members, whatever, that, you know, if you have a house and you're driving this fancy car and you got the fancy shirt and you're doing this and that, whatever, you're eating at fancy restaurants, that somehow your life is better than the next person. When in reality, the gold and the wealth lies in freedom. Like to me, my main thing that I want to focus on more than anything is like every day I wake up, I want to be able to choose how I'm going to spend my 24 hours and where I'm going to spend this 24 hours at. Obviously that requires income, but how much income do you need to support the lifestyle that you want to live?
Doggy. What I'm gonna say to that is how that relates to me It is, as in psychology would say, sources of context.
For sure.
Through all this shit, like with like everyone in my company getting laid off for the most part, seeing what my coworkers and friends, like I've made some good friends in that job, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to have kids until if I feel comfortable having them. Like I hope it's not an accident like how Ma was born. So like I'm like fully like self-sufficient, man. Like,
Right.
you know, I was like, dog, I would not want to be like, damn. But if you are a parent out there, this is America. We still have food banks and shit. So
It's really just trying to like really consciously think about all the choices that you're making, and like, does it create a lifestyle in the future where I'm going to be more liberated, more healthy, more happy, or just by me making this choice right now, is it going to change what I have to do and what's required of me in the future, and am I happy with that selection?
but sometimes you just be going raw and you're like, fuck.
Sometimes literally in anywhere in life, you're literally like, this moment is so pleasurable, I'm gonna blast off, I don't give a fuck what happens from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand why that can happen.
I'm feeling motivated. Can I show you all right, but actually before I get into this, bro, this app, I don't know if you've heard of this app. I played something from it earlier, but TikTok, man,
I've tried to get into it. I have like 2 videos on there, I think.
it's not for me. Like I'll make videos. I'll try and do a video at least once a week, but it's about the people. It's about the people I find on there, and this man that I'm about to show everyone motivated me so much.
It is truly amazing what I get people to do. You know what? I didn't hurt that girl. It was like a love tap. It wasn't nothing serious. But you know what? It was all in fun. Look at all the people that I have around me right now. I think I might have to change my name to the Pied Piper of Partiers instead of Roof Cat. Because why? Because they just follow me for God knows why. But you know what?
You can make money off
if you're having a bad day,
starting a YouTube channel.
Try to stay positive. Get up, take a shower, eat something, get something to drink.
How do you get qualified?
And you know what? If nobody told you they love you today, I do. Why? Because people can hate for an unknown reason. I can love for unknown reason.
My guy has figured out the secret sauce of life.
Dude, I feel like that's you in 30 years.
I hope not, but if that is, it's okay. You know what I mean? If I'm happy still and I got a paddle and I'm just at the park giving everyone a little bit of love tap and encouragement as they come by, maybe that's what was meant for me. Who knows? Can't be too attached to specific outcomes.
Bro, so yesterday, I'm just chilling on the couch. I came across that and I was just like, I just saw how it started. I'm like, let's see what is going on here.
What is my guy doing?
What is this? Some fruitful people in the park.
That kind of inspires me to get back into TikTok. Because, like, did you have Vine back in the day when, like, Vine was a thing? That was the spot, dude. And I remember, like, Freddie Gibbs, the hip-hop artist, Freddie Gibbs, my guy, had this uncle, dude, Big Time Watts. He was, like, very similar. If you gotta look him up.
I read the TikTok privacy agreement. It is fucking sketchy as shit. But I'm just like, hey, man, whatever. Like,
what am I really sharing that I gotta worry about it?
Yeah. You know,
I gotta put a TikTok with my social security number in it? Probably.
There's vocally seeing, what are the Americans doing? So, yo, bro, a lot of what I think is going on with this over political correctness, is it's like I feel like other countries have figured out that when you just get any country at least, when you get them to turn on themselves, that's how you make them crumble. And so there are these fucking people trolling, and probably Russia and China just
Could be from
fucking
anywhere.
just posting crazy just making fake profiles, like posting crazy ass ideologies and stuff. And I'm telling you, bro, fucking
It could be like a 14-year-old kid in his mom's basement that thinks it's really
Yeah.
funny to get people's grandparents very upset.
bro, and just people
That
are
was me when I was
falling
like
for
12,
this
13,
shit.
14. You know what I mean?
It's just like it's a digital crucible.
Did you ever prank call anyone when you were younger?
Yes, bro.
Right? So
Dude,
did you
on
think
TikTok,
that's what the
on
internet?
TikTok, I'll see an ad for like a prank call thing. You can have fucking Rick from Rick and Morty be the voice of the prank call.
I used to like call people up and pretend that I worked at like some store that'd be like locally and try to convince them that they came in and did something that was like fucked up, outlandish. And like if they didn't like do whatever, that they were going to get in trouble for it. And you'd be surprised like how many people would actually believe the shit that I would be telling them.
They bully you back?
No, they would believe like the shit that I was fucking
Oh
saying. to
yeah.
them.
Oh, I remember me and my bro Jeff, R.I.P. to my homie Jeff Leo. We would prank call people. We prank called this girl, and we used like an Arnold Schwarzenegger like voice machine, and like I don't know, I forgot what we said, but we just scared the shit out of her.
Just like, oh my
And it was
God.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice. It was like, I am outside, I see you, some shit
Yeah.
like that. What? It was like, put it back.
You know what else I would do too that was really messed up is like I would call stores, like especially for some reason I would like to fuck with Barnes and Noble's, the bookstore, and I would ask them for like 17 different books and ask them if I could put it all on hold. And then when it was time to like give them a name, I would just like give them some fucking crazy ass fake name that I thought was funny, like Oliver Closeoff or some shit. And they would be hyped. They were like, "Yo, what time are you coming in?"
Oliver Close.
Well, Oliver Closeoff was never coming to pick up any of these books.
Bro,
So
can I tell you something? This shit got me fucking lit.
this guy's on the juice.
I'm off the juice, man. Dude, I've been having fun. It's been great. I don't even know how long we've been fucking going for.
I like seeing you keep getting slapped in the chin with that weird mammal's schnoz.
Dude, right?
it's kinda-
Dude,
it's
it
kinda
looks
weird.
like an uncircumcised boodle.
It's just weird. Is that, you know what I mean? I've never seen such a thing before.
Yeah, I was like, wait, why didn't I put something back
What else do you
here?
have? What else do you have in your virtual background catalog? Is that your only one, or do you have options?
I have options, but this is what it is for today, bub.
This is today's episode.
We ain't changing.
There's no switch up.
No, I think it's
That's
good.
fair.
That's what it's gonna be for all the Zoom ones from now.
What if this is your most viewed video of all time, and then it's always remembered as the time that you had this guy schnoz on the podcast?
This is a great episode then, if that's the case.
Fire.
Come on, man.
Into it.
That's what it is, bro. I don't know if I've ever told this story on the podcast, but because I wanted to talk about some DJing stories, because it like, dude, like just like being a DJ, it honestly feels just like once a DJ, always a DJ type shit. Like,
Oh, I got a great story for you after this. I just remembered a fucking hilarious one.
bro, one time, dude, this was the craziest thing I've ever DJed in my life. Like, I don't care what the fuck, dude. I can do, I could do Madison Square Garden. Like, this shit will never be as crazy as this. So this was 2017, like a little bit right before Halloween. This is before Deep in the Bag, bro. Like this is when Deep in the Bag was in the vault. Like I Deep in the Bag was a thing, but it was in the vault. Um, and like my friends had a party. They're like, "Yo, like, can you do this party for us? Like, we'll Venmo you and shit." I was like, "All right." Like $50, some shit like that. Like it was like the homies. So maybe 75. Everyone Venmoed me like $25, some shit like that. Like at like the third floor of like one of those just like narrow ass old factory homes in Providence, because that's what they are, factory homes, dude. Like made for just like people that worked in the factories. Everyone was just living on top of each other. All the way at the third floor, everything's packed. Everyone's in there, bro. Like this is like this is like that the semester like after you graduate college, but like you're still like fucking like partying with your college friends. And so like all my homies from like college that are still there are there and shit. And like the floor is like fucking like caving in. And earlier in that night, this kid, he's like, "Yo, can I leave my jacket here?" I'm like, "Yeah, but like I'm just like not responsible for any of your shit." You know what I mean? You know that line.
I've heard that so many times. Yeah, so many times.
And he comes up to me. I'm playing, dude, party's lit. I'm wearing, I don't know, I lost to this jersey. My John Stockton Jazz jersey. I have a video of it on my Instagram from before the party that night. I was eating tacos and dancing. But the dude like that I was telling you about, he comes back up to me. He's like, "Yo, as I said, I'm playing Hot in Here by Nelly. Party's on one." You know what time it is, son. You know what the fuck is going down. He comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, man, like, have you seen my phone?" I'm like, "Nah, like, I'll make, like, an announcement real quick. Just, like, hold up." And he's like, just, like, tweaks out. He's like, "Yo, man, like, fucking fuck off. Da, 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 da." And, like, fucking slams my laptop down, pushes a speaker. Dude, like, he pulls out a gun.
Whoa.
He pulls out a gun. The party's like clearing out. The police are called. Like it's just like he's just like, "Yo, like on my mama, like if I find who took my phone, like I'll fuck someone up." I'm like, "Bro, it's like it's not here. Like it's not here, man. Like
I'm not the guy to ask."
We're just like, "Bro, you gotta go. Like the or like." And chill, like you gotta go, bro. Like the cops are coming and shit, and he's like tweaking, bro. Like the third floor apartment, like front door and back door, 3, 4 like 2 squads of officers, bro, guns drawn, just like,
Jeez.
I'm gonna see someone
Right
die tonight. I'm going to see a man die. Like I'm fucking scared. And hey, like hands up, like all of us, dude. We're just like hands up, just like, oh jeez, and like they just like get him on the ground, and like it was a pellet gun, but like even still, dude, like you can kill someone with a pellet gun. You hit someone in the temple, in the eye, you know. But he's like, "What? Like, what's this for?" He's like, "Yo, it's my costume." When the cops goes, "I don't see no mask," and shit. And then, yeah, man. And yeah,
I got a good one for you.
That was wild.
I got one. So last year around Halloween time, I'm starting to get a lot of gigs that are like they're not like.
What was your costume? What was your costume?
I think I was just like a hippie in a tie-dye shirt because I wanted to have full functional movement and I don't want to put a lot of effort. So this was like basically somehow like a family friend. So like, 40, 50-year-old woman hosting this party at her house with like all her homies. Like I don't know any of these people like that, but it's just like a friend of a friend or whatever. Taking DJ gigs because you're getting paid. You're not going to be playing music that you're into, whatever. But like I'm gonna get $300, $400 for 4 hours. Like, whoa, that's dope. So anyways, I'm at this party. I don't know anybody playing like, whatever, some Sade or whatever, some Led Zeppelin, whatever it may be, that getting the homies turned. This dude comes up to me. Yeah. Dude comes up to me.
Sade.
Sade, smooth operator. Dude comes up to me though, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, can you play something to get my cucumber hard? I'm trying to give it to my girl right now."
Oh,
I was like,
I hate that
he's
shit. Play
dressed up
someone
like
for
a
the bitch. Play someone for
he's
the
like,
bitches.
he's dressed up like a lumberjack. I'm like, yo, what do you mean? Like, what song do you want? He goes, you trying to go do cocaine with me right now? And I was like,
Oh, I hate
no.
that shit.
I was like, no, thank you. Like, I'm not into that. He goes, well, then you better not fucking tell anybody I told you that, or we're gonna have some problems. And he
Oh,
just storms-
cokeheads.
he
They're
storms
so
out of there.
cokeheads are the worst kind of people because that's not them. That's not
Right,
them,
it's
bro.
not logical at all. But this is like me at like, a very innocent fucking party full of grandmas, 40, 50-year-old. I'm not expecting anything.
How
wrong
old's
with
this
that.
guy?
He's like gotta be at least 46. At
I
least.
did. Okay, so you didn't tell me that
He's
that-
old, he's like
you
an
didn't
older
tell me that
fella.
this was the setting of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
party
this is the setting. I'm
until
like in
now.
someone's
So
dining room.
this
This
is
hella fucking just regular ass Halloween
Okay.
decorations. Aunt Betty probably made her famous like limoncello or some shit. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's a very family function. I don't know anybody there though. I'm just a random friend of a friend that they hired to be their DJ for the night. This dude comes up to me.
yeah.
Yo, buddy, play something that can get my cucumber hard. I'm trying to give it to my girl right now. I was like, what? What do you mean? What song do you want, dude?
That's ridiculous. Play someone for the bitches. Yo, man, can you play someone for the bitches? You ever get that one?
Yeah. And I'm just like, whoa, what? Usually
I'm like, wow, you're a fucking piece of shit.
my response is always, what song are you
creep.
interested in?
And then like one of two things will happen. Either A, you get it popping, like they just do something creepy. Or two, you get it popping, or three things will happen. Or two, you get it popping and they just like do nothing because they have no chance.
Just stay on the sideline, just grilling them like they're a fucking hamburger or something.
Or three, party's dead. Or the party's dead, man. Sometimes it's not all on the DJ. Sometimes it's the party participants, man. You could have a fire set and have a shit crowd.
Yep, it definitely happens like a lot. Like basically the city that I was living in, it'd be like super dope artists playing, but the cultural norm for this environment is to just everyone act mad cool and stand by the bar and not get down. You know what I mean?
That's
like you could be
weird.
throwing
Yeah.
down fucking bangers and everyone's just kind of standing around. That's just like what the normal vibe of the environment is. And then you have other areas where like you're playing fucking some chill ass music and homegirls in the front just fucking headbanging going in. And you're like, yo, that's the type of energy I'm trying to be around if I'm gonna be playing music.
Facts.
It's also too like just trying to like, I mean, I guess like really like with this whole isolation time is like you start thinking about all the different like social settings that you've been around. And it's like trying to just like get away from the fucking traditional meathead that just like
the
objectifies fucking women and like it's not even, it doesn't matter like what music is playing. He only wants to be there to fucking grill.
Yeah,
down
those
the shorties, like-
fucking assholes that just
like just looking at every woman
that
like
are, dude,
regardless. Like,
leeches. I
get
call them
get
leeches.
with anybody that like looks at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and I'm just
leeches.
like, that's the thing is like as you kind of separate from a lot of the social situations that you're on all the time, it's like, can we leave all those fucking people and all their vibes in the fucking past? Like, when we start throwing new events, can we get them off the fucking guest list?
Yeah, it will. It's because of the scene we're in. Money is scarce, bro. Like no one's high rolling unless you got a good job or if your merch is really really popping, or if you're fucking dealing. Like, let's be real now. That's what it is, man.
For sure.
Like there are some people who are like well off and shit. Like shout outs to them, man. Like fucking. But it's just like, yo, man, dudes is trying to sell shit out. I don't.
Right.
blame-
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Just trying to get whoever you can get in there, just fill the place up
Yeah,
and look good.
pack it out. Yeah, that's it.
But I've just been thinking like too is just like, it doesn't have to be a fucking packed house if it's packed full of quality people. I'd rather have 20 dope ass people who are like getting into this than whoever come through and
Yeah,
not
bro,
even necessarily care about what you're offering to that. To that scene.
Unless it's a live stream, I really don't like see myself performing this year. I know,
I've kind of
like I feel a sneeze coming. Like I'm so paranoid.
like I don't see the rush to do it. Like I'm not down to throw, like I put online. I'm not really down to throw a show until you walk up in there elbow dapping me. You gotta go.
Like I got huge respect to like all the homies out there doing that. Like Slitty right now, like bro, it's just like obviously people are gonna fucking like do their thing and shit, and also like shout out Nairu too. Like they're like and Freddie, like people are doing like socially distant shows, like, and I fucking I love and respect that, and it really motivates me, and you know like I'm still staying in touch with the homies. It's just like
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can't do it. Like, bro, I just sneeze and I feel stuffy right now. I'm scared. But it's just I have allergies. I'm in a dusty basement.
The risk kind of outweighs the reward to me. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm throwing an event or whatever, it's because I want to I want to meet new people. I want to expand. I want to grow a scene, grow whatever. You know, if people have to come through and they're supposed to be separate from each other, then it kind of defeats the purpose of like why you're even at a show to begin with.
Yeah, but ASAP, bro, literally ASAP, bro. Like, besides like IG Live, bro, like people like you and me jumped on shit like Twitch and YouTube Live and shit. Like, bro, I did a stream on YouTube Live for a little bit yesterday, and the quality was ass. So I deleted the video.
I haven't tried YouTube yet. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
But
it's like people haven't fully adopted the virtual, you know, at least show like locally from people, but it's just a matter of kind of like getting out ahead of the learning curve, because like the process of trying to fucking put a show live broadcasted onto the internet is probably one of the most fucking challenging things I've ever tried to do in my life.
I'm contemplating.
The amount of
dude, there's a podcast I watch at your mom's house. I might get a ticket to watch their like live stream, like with all like uncensored, wild, crazy shit that they can't put on YouTube.
It's like it's starting to, you know, it's coming around, and it's like at least kind of like preparing for like however long this gap in time is, and not, you know.
We're gonna see the microchip in the head, bro. We're gonna see it.
Some of the people that I follow, like they really are kind of on the conspiracy theory of things like that, and they're like, if you don't speak up now, you're not going to be going nowhere without a fucking vaccination.
What? Oh, the vaccination. That's just like, well, that's been a thing, like for, you know, getting your tetanus shot, it's a measles and shit. It's just like, hey, bro, like it is what it is, guys. Like the fuck. Like I understand like the conspiracies and stuff, but I don't think autism is linked to a vaccination. They get like, would you?
It could be honestly a lot more linked to like blue light, and the fact that when the person, you know, when we were kids, we were blessed that we didn't have all this technology available to us.
Just a fucking genetic mutation, bro.
This 3-year-old kids, and you're shoving like an iPad right in their eyeballs, like right from the rip. Like, where do you think, like, of course their attention's going to be a little bit spacey. Like the way that they learn attention is different than the way that you learned attention. Like, why do they necessarily have a disease or an illness? Because like they're different. Like, yeah, they're also raised differently than how we were raised.
Man, yeah, it's just people, everyone, not everyone, but it's just like a majority of what I see, at least, is people just trying to prove that they're right, and it's just like, hey man, like I'm literally just here to be silly and vibe out and like and express myself and like vent, and I know I'm not right. Like I live and I learn, and
right.
It's wild. Like witnessing like this online accusation or what the fuck? What was that shit with the witches? Fucking Crucible. Yeah, this online Crucible. Fucking Inquisition as well. For stuff that for jokes and shit, like it's
right. Like everyone can have an opinion, everyone can twist.
Like it's like yeah, like all right, like slam, like dunk on the pedophiles, and and shit.
Right.
Like, but a joke, like a joke is a joke, and it's, I as a recording artist, as a podcaster, broadcaster, here for the news. It's our job to hold the torch of free speech, and that line is very drawn. It's like you can say what you want, say what the fuck you want, but understanding that there may be consequences for what you say when people disagree with it, because there's a free and as someone who is receiving that back, I would say this is a free society, and you're gonna be offended by some of the shit people say. You know, I may say some shit I don't like that. I didn't like what he said, but that's what he thinks. He's not fucking hurting no one. I was like, he's an idiot. That guy is a fucking idiot. Whatever. I'm not gonna change his mind. He's a grown man. It's like I feel like it's like once you get to the age of like 20, yeah, deadass, like 25, bro. Like I'm 25 right now. That's what they say when your cerebral cortex is done developing. Like that's it, bro. That's what you fucking think.
That's what you are.
Bro, my nose is stuffy. We've been potting. I've been sniffling. I gotta blow my nose so fucking bad. We've definitely been potted for over an hour. It's almost 10 p.m.
Do you have any? Maybe you could ask me one final question, because I think we've been on this for a minute, and I think that we could go on an infinite wormhole, and it's gonna be like 4:30 in the morning, and we'd still be here talking about.
How many times have you done hallucinogens during this quarantine?
So when it first started, I went into like this like deep psychedelic portal where it was like, you know,
I feel like I'm gonna take some acid after this. I might have to. I might microdose after this.
I might have to put the glasses on for this.
Yeah, let's go.
So when this first all started in March, April, May, March and April especially. Yeah, March and April especially. And you're locked in the house all day. You don't got to go to work. You know, it was a great time for me to go into this deep psychedelic wormhole and learning a lot about myself, just going on walks, listening to a lot of different music, things like that. I sort of hit a point because psychedelics are like a tool. They're not just like recreational, like, you know, doing nonsense.
Oh yeah,
no
it's not for
it's not just
for
for fun and
time.
games.
It's for a long time.
Yeah. So I reached the point where it's like, well, this is no longer blasting me off anymore. You know what I mean? I'm kind of stuck in a I'm plateauing. So I've just been completely off like all the sauce for the most part. You know what I mean?
So how many times, you fucking asshole?
7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, a lot of times. I don't have a number. It was a lot of times. We didn't add numbers.
Honestly, I think I'm up there.
Yo, but honestly,
I'm up there.
On Saturday, I went to Maine, and I went back into this like psychedelic portal, and I've learned some things recently about like how light affects you and all this, and like that you can stare directly at the sun, 30 minutes of sunrise and sunset around that time. So there's like I'm on this lake, you know, tripping, staring directly into the sun, and I literally saw this infinite fucking. I could stare infinitely through the sun and saw where every color was created.
I feel like that's the drugs talking to you.
It could be.
You're just like, bro, I take acid, I stare at the sun, my pupils are the size of a dinner plate. Yeah.
It was a beautiful experience. I would highly recommend.
Dude, you're one of a kind, man.
You know, I've definitely learned that too. Like, you know, it's like, all right, well, you know, you just do what feels right for you. You know what I mean?
So let's plug everything up. How often are you doing because you're on Twitch Ascended Dimensions. How
Ascended
often
Dimension.
Are you on a schedule, or is it just kind of?
Yeah, as of right now, it's every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Every Wednesday 8 p.m. DJ streams with me, my dude Buyer that I live with here that you heard throwing down earlier in the day.
I just have to come through.
Yeah, you can either just like come over and play, or we can pre-record.
Yeah. Shit, it's Wednesday. Shit. All right. Fuck.
Whenever you want to do it
later. Yeah.
Figure it out. But yeah, so we're doing that, and then right now, I mean, I have all social medias as at Ace on Earth, but I'm taking a little hiatus from social media because one of the homies that I was following for many years, posting videos and all this, was like, stop consuming until you have this whole basis of work that you can actually share. So I'm sort of like taking a break.
If you're a
to create-
content creator, if you're not a content creator,
feel free to consume. But
Yeah.
I want to be like a content creator. I don't really want to just get stuck in like meme worlds. Like, you know, I was getting stuck in these like dark holes.
yeah, for real. Because if you don't want to be a content creator, you don't have to be a content.
Yeah, you don't have to be. You can do whatever you want. But
I feel like this. I feel like Robin Williams.
you are. That was a beautiful point. But yeah, so
I
I'm taking
fucking
a little bit
knows.
of a break from most like Instagram, Facebook, all that shit for now. But I have like a full meditation album coming out at some point, maybe in the fall, maybe early next year. It's gonna be like a full visual program and things like that.
And you got mixes on SoundCloud, right?
Mad mixes on SoundCloud all the time. You know, Ace on Earth on SoundCloud too. And there is one recording of meditation on there on YouTube and on SoundCloud. Surround yourself with light.
I'll have the links below.
A COVID-19 drip protection meditation, so you don't get the drip dog. Eat your vegetables. So there'll be a lot. There'll be a lot. By the time you watch this, I might have a lot of different type of shit. You know, I want to help homies become their happiest, healthiest, and grooviest version. You know, so we got the meditation, we got the vegetables, we got the health thing. So I'm gonna be kind of going into a deep hole where I just am cranking out a lot of different types of content. And then I'm like, when I come back in, I'm gonna have a catalog of like a few months just like ready to go. So make sure you're ready for that when I reemerge from the fucking cocoon of isolation. Good times.
I appreciate this talk a lot. I have no idea how long this episode was.
This was a deep one.
It was, yeah, we got deep. All right, bro.
Thank you for having me,
And all
Clay.
the listeners, I appreciate y'all sticking around. Boom Boom Show episode 20 in the book.